Did you know we've had the slowest market in 2025 that we've had in 3 decades when you look at the amount of sales? That's just looking at the absolute number. But if you look at per capita, that means the amount of sales we've had per head with population increasing. We've had the worst market for sales that we've ever had since the inception of the MLS system. We're talking decades and decades. So yeah, it's a little bit of a cause of concern. And the question I always ask people is like, well, what do you think the problem is? And you always hear people complaining about Trump and all this stuff. It's like, guys, we didn't have a good market in 2023. And 2024 was also the slowest market. 2023 was the slowest market we had in maybe a decade. 24 was the slowest market we had in 2 decades. Now it's the slowest market in 3 decades. Trump's only been in office since January. So all the tariffs and all that kind of stuff. What do you explain about last year? Why did we have such a slow market last year where Trump was in office? So we can't really blame him. He's not helping. Don't get me wrong. He's not helping. But I don't think he's the root cause. And then you look at, well, the Liberal government complained about the Conservatives, but the Conservatives haven't been in power the last 10 years. And if you look at provincially, well, I don't know what the PCs or Doug Ford's talking about. I think every single level of government has a part to play in the slow market we've had in the Toronto Real Estate Board. So if it's the Liberals, whether it's the PCs, or if it's Olivia Chow here as our mayor, it doesn't help her increasing taxes and land transfer tax and, basically gouging us. Apparently we've had more tax than anybody else in the G7. I don't know, there's reports which people are refuting that we have like 42% of our income is spent towards taxes. We're getting hammered. So my question to you is, what do we do about it? Do we sit back and just complain about it? Or do we do something about it? It doesn't just affect our real estate market. I'm just giving you numbers for real estate market. I'm not talking about GDP and all that other stuff. I'm just taking the house market and just saying how that affects us, because the housing market touches all of us. And I think it was a stat or something that my financial planner said over 90% of all jobs are somewhat related to the housing market. So if our housing market is down, that also means that your pocketbook is also hurting. So I think we need to do something to stand up and not just voice our opinions to all forms of government to say we need help. It's not enough just to be complaining about it and posting on social media. I know I do it too. But we need to get together as a group and say, okay, here's what we want. And I don't know who's going to be able to lead that, but maybe start with some petitions, maybe lobby. But let's stop complaining and let's do some action. Message me if you have any course of actions you want me to be a part of. I've already signed some petitions for like the bike lanes. I'm a part of some petitions that other people are going against their council members. I would love that. I want to see more action and less complaining.